Hey, I figured I'd do a little video here. I've been meaning to take one earlier, but just got sidetracked and got this tractor back together. But this is 2755. I had to split it because we had low hydraulic flow. So we had to split it here, separate the rear end, because what we found was the transmission pump, let me get some better lighting here, was wore. So I had to get a new transmission pump. This is the gear, obviously, of course, I don't know if I can get it out. So the gear, I guess, my mechanic said was a little wore on, it's hard to see, but on these edges here. And then also, not so much on this, but on the back side here, this is the other side, yeah. So you can see there's some scarring in here. So we think that it was not pumping and also letting some oil by. So that was an issue. Also, those are the brake packs for the PTO, and they were wore along with the piston seal rings and the piston. This isn't too bad, but this would be a good example. So you see how you can see there's some thickness in those cross hatches there. We got that all back together, and what we found putting the four-wheel drive unit in is that the four-wheel drive clutches were shot. So I don't know what they're supposed to look like, but Charles says that they're supposed to look like this, and this is what they look like. There's nothing left to them. And what happened was there was so much play in here, because there's 9 of these, and there's 8 of those steel discs, that we had some issues. There's a bevel gear here, and one of them, the outside one, was actually rubbing on this gear. Of course, I'm not gonna be able to find it. There's only 4 of them. I should be able to find it. What in the world? Anyways, there was some real serious wear on one. I can't believe I can't find it. Huh. But that's just because there was so much play that you could see the shiny ring right here where this was wearing on that. And then also, a big issue was this thing here, this spacer. There was so much play that you can see this is flat here. This side, there's a huge lip. Maybe not. Maybe I have the wrong side. Yep, okay, here we go. This is flat. And there's this huge lip right there. That's from, that should not be there. That's bad. Excuse me. That's because there was so much play because of the clutch pack for war that was wearing into these discs, particularly. I don't think that one, but I think one of these. Yeah, this one. You could see how there's a shiny edge right there. That's from this wearing into it, because when you turn the clutch off, or rather on, well, actually, I'm not sure about that. Regardless, when there was pressure being pushed against this thing was actually digging into this steel plate. So just got to get new everything, basically, as far as the wear parts for the four-wheel drive unit. And I don't know why I can't find, there's only 4 of these discs, but one of these bevel rings was wore pretty bad too. Well, it wasn't wore, it just had, you could see where was riding on here, kind of off-centered and digging in. So, new those. You got to get a new piston ring for the piston and the O-rings. So, the inner seals. But everything else looked good. It's just wear items with, 8,000 hours on it. It's I'm gonna have some wear item. Also, when we had the tractor split, the loader frame still connected. I noticed getting in there to clean it, there's a ton of play on the pushing down on the loader, meaning that the front bushings here were shot. So like a lot of play. So I got to take them out. I got to roll it back while I still got the tractor jack, so I can jack up the tractor, take the axle out, or take the bolts out of the bushings to see how bad they're wore, because those are the bushings. Charles says that he's seen a lot of times where the bushings are gone and it's wore into the housing, which is not good. So I got to make sure that is, got to address that while we got it apart. So just wanted to do a little video. Figured I meant to show you, I meant to take a video when I had it apart, but I got busy, so I didn't. Just had to split it here, take all the guts out. Also, that's what I was going to show. What we found, cleaning the gaskets off, was the suction line O-ring. This is the O-ring here for the suction line. You can see it split right there. And it was actually oblong like that. It should be round. It was oblonged. It's tore a little bit. You can see it tore. And also this is the gasket that goes around it. And it was tore just like that. And in the same spot that this O-ring was tore. So we're thinking that it was either suction error because it's a suction line. But also if the pump is leaking oil back, it could be pushing, kind of having pressure back because the oil is leaking by the pump gears and getting pushed back into the suction port. Maybe it blew out that way. So I'm happy I found that, because I'm pretty sure that is probably the issue. So I just want to do a little video and show you that and give you an update when we find something else wrong or when we get it back together. So thanks for watching.